take a shit. I'm sorry.
Wait,
What's
so
up?
we're on?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
What's up, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to Wasted Local Talent yet again. I've got today with me Chris Rabb and Cecily.
What is going on, peoples?
Yay.
It's a beautiful day.
Sound more enthusiastic over there. Come on.
Hey!
Oh, God. My ears.
I'm so sorry. That was so loud, guys. That was like really loud for me.
So loud.
You need a little
So
gusto,
lit,
a little
yeah.
sauce.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful Sunday.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful Sunday.
It
Just
is.
got
It's like
back
80 degrees.
from playing a show up in the Berg.
How'd that go?
It was killer.
Good.
Yeah, it was killer, man. There was a lot of stuff happening that night in the city. So the fact that the turnout was as decent as it was. And it's all about the engagement. You know what I mean? More people you have that are invested. Even if there's only like 20 people, but if they're locked in, hey, it's a good show.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of engagements. Been there twice.
Right. No legal stuff.
Yeah.
More of a participation
Just
kind
the
of.
participation, yeah.
But
Big
yeah,
on those participation trophies.
Just stoked. Self-promoting moment of the week. Come out this Wednesday. 123 Pleasant Street.
This is going to be out on Thursday, bro.
Never mind. Never mind.
If you have a time machine and you're
I thank
hearing this
you.
on
I thank you
Thursday,
in advance
go
for
back and
attending
see.
last
you should
night.
just go like his band on Facebook or something.
Yeah, do
How
that.
about that?
Send us some hate mail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know I got a potty mouth and you don't really like me or what I
We
do.
we need to get like a Wasted Local Talent feedback email. That way.
An
I don't know if you want to
evaluation
open up that can of worms,
I
man.
just want to see it.
I just want to
I
see
just want
it.
to
We
see
could
what people think.
like make an evaluation form and then read it off.
We could do that.
I will open myself up to public scrutiny. That's fine. They know what my role is here. Mm-hmm. They know what I'm here for. But who do we have, Daniel?
DJ Kitana.
DJ
This week.
Kitana.
Yes.
Woo!
So,
I wasn't be able to participate on this. CC, you did this one?
Yeah, Daniel and I did.
Nice.
I think it was the first episode that we did.
Alone.
Just the two of us, yeah.
Nice.
I think so, yeah.
It was a lot of fun. 'Cause I'd known her for years. Not really know her, but I met her. I think we had the discussion in the episode, and then I had to stop because it was just like, fuck, it's been like almost 10 years since I met her. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, she's definitely come a long way.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's like totally a role model for me.
She's boss babe.
She's a boss
Boss
babe.
babe.
She's like in school right now. She DJs. She just is a fucking boss babe, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah. Her music's
Shout out
great.
to all the boss babes out there putting in work.
Yeah, work.
If you like
Yeah,
some
work.
funky techno, deep house, anything, she'll fucking hook you up. And some like grungy stuff.
A little grungy.
Like, wah, wah.
Some of that deer tay. Some of that deer tay.
Kind of dubstepy. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
she goes there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow. Sorry I missed it.
It was fun. It was
Sorry I
fun.
missed it.
And I apologize in advance for the buzz. We had some technical difficulties that day. So if you're listening to this, it's going to be really clean, but the episode will have a slight buzz in it. So you can thank your producer, which is
I
me.
blame Jed.
Jed wasn't here. Jed hadn't
Exactly.
been here.
If his IT expertise had been present, maybe there was something that could have been done.
But we've got it worked out now.
Nice.
I say now. Hopefully this doesn't have a buzz because I'm going to look like a fucking asshole.
We've got the problem fixed as you experience the problem.
As you experience it. So,
Shout out to Jed once again for not being here today for the official 13 Palms business. He's at home eating all the sloppy joes, getting ready for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I hope he somehow encounters a spoiler. And it just
Beforehand.
ruins everything.
I hope he enjoys himself.
Yeah, I mean, I do too, but then I don't. I do, but I don't.
Daddy.
Just have too much hate in my heart. Trying to change that, but
so enough about Jed. We have a Patreon.
we got a Patreon.
Yet.
We got things for sale, folks. I mean, the fact that we're putting our hearts and souls and times and monies and our romantic interests in this podcast. What I'm referring to is I'm trying going after Daniel for months and it's just not working out.
We're almost there.
I'm trying to pick up on the hints, but I
I like-
refuse to lose.
I like to play the long game. Big on that.
I refuse to lose. But we do have a Patreon, and we have several tiers: affordable, luxurious, and everything in between. So if you could just check that out, give us a little love, throw us a little something, something. I will tell you that I stole a bunch of Wasted Local Talent merch, and it is very comfortable.
It is. We actually have merch now. We've got T-shirts.
Got T-shirts.
Yeah.
There's a raglan. There's sweaters. There's all kinds of really great stuff.
Super soft.
Subscribe to Rabbi's Rants.
Yes. Yeah, you donate.
Just a little something, something. You know, I'm going off, telling you what grinds my gears. Unfiltered, unedited, as you love it, as you want it.
And it's only $5 a month. You get a bunch of bonus content. You got Rabbi's Rants, which go from anywhere from 5 minutes to, I think one was about 20 to 25 minutes.
That's right.
Then we have...
It goes for as long as it needs to.
Our Wasted Confessions, which is where we just sit and talk about... We pick a topic and just talk about it. Typically, it's very personal to us. That's why it's confessional time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And those are long. Those are like 45 minutes, hour and a half.
It's almost like another full-blown episode
Yeah.
for free. Also raw and
Very
the
raw.
realist.
Yeah.
The realist.
Yeah, so if you're one of the people out there that gets really easily offended, don't listen to those.
Yeah, those aren't for you. And if they are, it's headphone time.
Yes, yeah, not around kids because
Yeah.
unless you're into teaching them about the birds and the bees and what do and do not do on your certain sexual encounters and things like that. So,
Right. Right. It's not pretty, but it is life experience.
But yeah, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/wastedlocaltalent. You can check out our Twitter at Wasted Local, Instagram Wasted Local Talent, Facebook Wasted Local Talent. Share it, like it, subscribe, leave us a review, tell us that we are amazing and that you would
Give
love-
Daniel the love. He puts
need
in
some
so
love.
much of his heart and soul into this endeavor. I honestly just kind of show up. When you send stuff and you say complimentary things, you're doing it for Daniel. You know, he needs that. He deserves it.
I'm a very sad, lonely person.
He deserves it. He's, you know,
He's
this is the
hardworking,
fruit,
goddammit.
the fruit of his loins, right here.
In
You're
cars
getting it.
while I have to poop. Anyway, we'll veer off to the right here.
But yeah,
So-
so check out the Patreon, man. We would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We really would. Also, I'd like to send a special shout out to our friends in Worst Kept Secret.
I forgot about them again. I was like, I think we're almost done. But
You know, just real quick, they got an EP release coming out at Brewstol and Elkins,
along with a beer.
along with a beer. The Dirty Blonde, I believe, is what it is.
Dirty Blonde is going to guaranteed to taste like
Pat Cole's beard sweat.
Pat Cole's ass sweat,
Oh my god.
which are one and the same. So
One and the same. It's all red hair and it's all salt. So enjoy that. If you buy a ticket to the show, I believe you get a beer
You get
for
a beer for
21
free.
and up. And there's also a package that you get a CD as well, like a full blown
Yeah, I believe so.
CD,
CD,
beer,
beer.
admission, one hit slamma jamma.
let me look up the date for that while you continue about Worst Kept Secret and Bender.
Yeah, you know, they were so nice to give the most epic song in West Virginia history to us to use for this show.
Country
The most
roads.
legendary ballad of Appalachian lore. They gave it to us. It was their baby. They play it every show. You know it. I know it. So, you know, just be there to sing along when they play it live at a place near you.
Yeah, their beer and EP release show is April 19th. Doors at 8, shows at 9 at the Brewstol in Elkins. It's 120 Davis Avenue, Elkins, West Virginia. It's $10, but you also, with that $10, it's a $10 entry for everybody. It's a 21 plus show, so you'll get a beer and you'll get their EP along with the show, which is Worst Kept Secret with We Are Funhouse.
Right. Former members of Jesse Smith and the Holy Ghost.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Killer.
We Are
That's a
Funhouse.
killer.
They're so good. They're
That's a
amazing.
killer one too.
Yeah. So also, you know, since we're talking about mediocre bands, check out my band After Atlas. Our Kickstarter's still up. It's Kickstarter. Just go there, search for After Atlas. We're almost to our goal. We're about $84 where it sits right now, away from our goal to film our music video for Deception, our new single. So you can check that out. It still hasn't given me the actual link. It gave me the option to put in a custom link to it, but it's still like a billion letters and numbers. So just go to Kickstarter, search for After Atlas, or go to our Facebook page at We Are After Atlas.
Links everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Or
If you just look up After Atlas, you will find it.
If you
You're gonna
scroll
find
up in your podcast app to the After Atlas episode, all the links are in there too. So
That's right. Be sure to check out the After Atlas episode. Twas a good one.
it was a very good one.
Twas a good one.
I was kind of sick, so my voice sounded really weird in the episode, I noticed, but
Hey,
it's
you,
all right.
hey, you just hung in there like a doctor,
Yeah.
man. Did what you could. Cece, you got something to plug?
Yeah, I have my band to plug.
All right.
No, I have been contributing to the So Far Sounds in Morgantown. So if anyone is interested in coming to secret shows, you don't find out the location until the day of, or the artists until the night of. They're fucking awesome. People are coming from all over the region and like the East Coast, basically. But the next one is Friday, April 26th. I can't tell you where, but I know where.
I'm
But
gonna extract that information after this intro. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to. Want to leave
Yeah.
the mystery there.
You will tells me where the show
You
is.
tell me.
I'll
We'll
tell
lock you
you.
in the.
I'll tell you.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. You can't. This is being
Well-
recorded right now. You can't tell us.
What else? Oh, you can go to sofarsounds.com and then just search in the city and you'll find tickets, because you have to reserve your ticket and then you buy it, because I don't know, it's just a weird thing. But anyway, they're awesome and you should check them out. They're $20 a piece.
Nice.
Yeah, I
And
told-
it's a BYOB, right?
It's BYOB.
Yeah.
They're super intimate. There's 3 acts and
Bring a blanket and a friend and
beer.
Get ready.
Whatever you want. I mean, seriously, it's going to be awesome. So
that's great.
Yeah, I told my dad about it after we had talked about it a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "Send me that website. That sounds awesome." So
yeah.
he really likes the acoustic, softer music. He likes my band whenever Zach's actually singing.
Yeah. Honestly,
He's like, everything else is awful, but
It's like the opposite of everything that everyone has ever told me about my band.
it's like, don't fucking sing, just scream.
yeah.
Just don't be present.
Well, most of the people that attended the first one, they were actually like in their 40s, a lot of pregnant women. It was like 60-40, like women to men. So it's like super chill. Yeah.
I mean,
it's
it
not really
sounds-
kid oriented, so
Well,
bring your own beers.
the BYOB
Yeah.
thing.
It's
But
more like
it's a night
nice-
out. It's a night out for the hardworking men and women out there
for sure.
to break away.
Yeah, it's chill.
like a
There's
nice
no crazy
date
people.
night almost. Bring a
Oh,
basket
yeah,
with
for
some
sure.
wine
a
and
little
cheese.
basket of wine and cheese.
Bah, I might do that with myself. That sounds great.
Ooh, if you
And
need a
some of
ride,
the-
let me know.
Boone's Farm all the way. No, it's-
Mad Dog,
Mad Dogs. Oh
the
my
melon
god.
kind.
Oh my god, dude. So many drunken tour nights with Mad Dog, dude.
Oh,
Me and the
that's
dog.
interesting.
Yeah. When you're in a band, it's $2-3.
Yeah,
Chug those down, vomit your guts out. It's
some of that malt. Some of that malt.
it's rough.
After Atlas goes hard. Cool.
Oh, this was before After Atlas.
Oh,
This is
Now,
just a Daniel Bonner
we drink-
goes hard kind of thing.
Now we just drink hams because you can buy a case of that for like $10.
oh.
Boy,
You should just drink
That's why
mouthwash at that point. Jesus Christ.
I mean that's why I have a separate bathroom for myself for the morning after. So
Oh man.
yeah. So DJ Kitana, is there anything else you guys wanted to? What'd you have going on, Chris?
Well, I have that show that's going to happen the day before this comes out, so it's irrelevant. But I'd
You've
like
got
to
another
thank
one coming up,
everybody.
right?
No, that's actually the second one, and we had one just this past Friday. But I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank 123 Pleasant Street for putting us on, and Julia and Jerry Mulligan for having us up at Howlers in Pittsburgh this last week. Shout out to everyone who came out to the shows. We love your faces.
Check
Keep
out
supporting
Disillusion Effect.
brutal metal from the mountains,
Yes.
and get ready for DJ Kitana.
DJ Kitana.
Gonna cut you. Kitana. Gonna cut you.
This is our home. It might not be much this some. Don't take it for granted. Tomorrow it might be gone. Tomorrow it
Hey guys, I'm Cecily. And
I'm Daniel.
yeah, and today we're wasting our talent with
I'm Kitana.
Kayla. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah, so you're a local DJ. Do you just want to tell us like what type of DJ you are, and anyone who's listening, just tell them about yourself real quick.
I like mixing music. I like taking two different songs and making something completely new and just like feeling the energy off that. I like electronic music, like anything with a good melody and some dope bass. Just feel that energy, that
I feel it so hard.
It's just a lot of fun. Like it is the drug. Music is the drug.
Music is the answer.
When did you get started? Because I know I worked with you at Heston. I feel like, I don't know if you were starting around that time, because that was like, holy shit, that was like 9 fucking years ago.
Yeah,
wow.
I had just started DJing right around then, like nothing too crazy, but I was still learning. On my 19th birthday, my friend that was a DJ invited me to a rave party up in Coolsville, Ohio, and it was on my birthday. It was a Halloween themed rave. And I'd never been to anything like that before. And it sounded really interesting. So I was like, sure, like that sounds like the coolest thing going on that I could do for my birthday. Let's check it out. And we went there, and it was in this old abandoned elementary schoolhouse. And
awesome.
like the gymnasium was the main hall, main dance room, and each of the little classrooms all had their own different vibe. And it was so cool. Like they were serving pizza to everybody all night. It was just really cool. And like I walk in and everybody's in fun costumes, and it had such a different energy than any other event that I've gone to. Like it's nothing like going to a club. And me being like the black sheep of my family, like it was just the first time that I went somewhere and I felt completely and wholeheartedly loved and accepted by everybody that I met, like all of these strangers. And that love and that empathy was what grabbed me by the heart. And I fell in love with it.
Yes.
And I was just, I mean, even after that event, I just remember feeling like I was floating around for months off of that energy, and like I just wanted more. And while I was there, I saw this girl throw down a all vinyl Speed Garage set, and that was the coolest chick I've ever seen in my life. And like I saw her, and as soon as I saw her, I just knew, like something clicked in me, like you have to learn how to do this. This is what you have to do.
Say all vinyl Speed. What?
Speed Garage. It's like a UK based like housey bass house with like some organ sounds, kind of like retro sounding, but I had never heard anything like that before in my life, and I was just like, what is this bass? I need more.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, and then a couple months after that, I met somebody in Fairmont that was a DJ, and I was like, listen, I know you don't know me, but will you give me lessons? And then a couple months after that, I bought his old DJ setup off of him, and I've had those same techniques. I still have them, and about 6 years ago, I sent them off to this guy in California that does custom work for turntables, like you know how they did like MTV Pimp My Ride. This guy pimps out turntables. And he like did a fresh powder coat with this like purple glitter paint, put color changing LED lights around the platter, like resoldered all the connections and everything, spiffed them up. And it's like playing on a Cadillac when I play on those things. It's great.
So I know nothing about DJ equipment at all. Like,
well, turntables are really old school. Most people don't really use them anymore. Everything's gone digital. But I can mix on just about any platform, but there's just a soft spot in my heart for vinyl. Like, it just has a feel to it, and it's just, I don't know, I like it.
So how does it, like, so, like, the basic understanding of, like, a turntable being able to, like, you know, mix the music together and having it flow together, but as far as like the beats per minute, like do you adjust it? Obviously, you probably adjust it automatically.
There's a pitch control on the right side of it with a little knob that goes up and down, and when it's set in the center, that's 0. And when you have it there, like the song plays at what the speed that it was recorded at. And with the turntable, you can go +8 or -8 BPM by moving it up or down. And when you have another song, like it was explained to me when I was first learning, like, pretend that you have two wheels of a bicycle and you have to adjust those so that you have them rotating at the same speed. Because if they're off beat, then you train wreck and then it just sounds like garbage.
Yeah. So it's just 8. So you got about a 16 beat per minute. Like
Yeah, with my
there.
turntables, there is another type, same brand, but it's like a different series, and it goes like up to 16 and minus 16. That gives you a little more range, especially when you're going between different genres and stuff. Yeah.
So did you learn all this like on your own, or have you ever gone to like classes for it or anything like that?
I've
or
never
just-
taken any classes, but I am a very good visual learner. Like if I can see it done and then I can get my hands on it, I
Then you
can
can
pick
do
it
it.
up very quickly.
That's how I am too.
And
yeah.
that's how I learned. And like beat matching is just one of those things, like, because you either have it or you don't. And if you're one of those people that just can't get it because you can't listen to 2 songs at the same time and know what's going on each one simultaneously, then it's gonna be a huge challenge.
And that's like an ear thing. That's
Yeah,
not
it's
something
definitely an
that you
ear
can really
thing.
teach somebody.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like you either have it or you don't.
Were you musically inclined like before even starting?
I was in the band in junior high and high school.
Oh, okay,
I played
cool.
the trumpet.
Awesome.
It was fun. I actually want to pick it up. That was one of my New Year's resolutions, was to pick it up and try to learn some cool stuff, because I have some friends that are in bands and I thought it'd be cool to just like blow my horn at them.
For sure. You should totally pick that back up for sure.
So what's like the biggest? So I'm curious because I know that you'd played and you DJ'd down in Myrtle Beach before. Because I think my band was down there one time whenever you were down there. What's like the biggest show that you've done? Like, do you do festivals, things like that?
I've done festivals. When I was in Myrtle Beach, it was actually the first time I ever got to play there. I was lifeguarding at the beach, and I ran into these DJs that was doing a pool party at the hotel that was behind me, and I have a turntable tattoo on my ribs, and one of them walked by, and he's like, "What the fuck do you know about turntables, girl?" And I was like, "Oh, let me show you a picture of mine," because I had some pretty turntables, and I don't know, I guess that made a good impression. And they were like, "Oh, we're playing this show at the House of Blues tonight. If you want to come and check it out, like, I'll get your drinks all night and just bring your friends." And so we went and checked it out, and we're up there on stage, and I was half drunk at the time. And I was just having a good time. And it was like, I think their max capacity was like 2,500 people. There was a good amount of people in there. And one of the guys was mixing, and I was behind him, and he turned around. He said, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom. Kayla, get up here." And like, without hesitation, I was just like, "All right, hold my drink, somebody. I gotta go. Hold my beer." And like, they didn't know. I could have sucked. I could have just been running my mouth.
Yeah.
But I got up there and like did the damn thing, and they were just like, "Whoa." So that opened up a lot of doors. There was a lot of really wonderful shakers and movers there that helped make things happen. And I got to do a lot of work in like Columbia, South Carolina, and Charlotte, and then I picked up a couple residencies in Myrtle Beach while I lived down there. So it was a lot of fun. It's an adventure.
Yeah. Didn't you I thought you won some awards or something? I feel like I read that.
I did. I got named like in the top 5. I don't know like whether I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but they said that I was in the top 5 of all the female DJs in the Carolina states. So
That's
that was
awesome.
pretty cool.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool.
And
Paving the way
where's that?
for women.
Like, is it like obviously like countrywide rankings per like states? Is it like a magazine that did it, or?
It was just like a regional, like the
Just a regional
club,
thing?
like
Okay.
the major club people that own venues, I guess. They got together and put together a list, and they told me about it, and they were like, "Yeah, so we're gonna put you on this big billboard in Myrtle Beach, and like you're gonna play at Senor Frogs every Friday and Saturday now." I was like,
that's
"Oh, okay."
Awesome. So not only did they, so they provided you like work too. That's dope.
Yep.
That is awesome. Like, not a lot of people in music can really say that. Maybe I need to get into DJing, make some money.
I know,
doing
girl.
something.
DJing is definitely not something that like you get into for the money, unfortunately.
Well, nothing really musically is.
I mean,
anymore.
I've been doing it for 10 years now, and like it's definitely not for the money. Like I do it because I enjoy it, and it's fun for me. And for a long time, like I wanted to get paid to do what I loved. So specifically, like when I worked like club residencies, I can't really get paid to play the type of music that I like dance music and dubstep and anything in that genre. Like I have to do top 40 stuff, and that gives me the ability to like challenge myself and play different genres that I'm not so much a fan of, but it definitely helped me develop my skills as a DJ. But after doing that for a while, like it started to feel like work, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And like for the hours that I was putting in, like I just wasn't getting enough back for it. So like I took a step back for a while, and now I'm a lot happier where I am. I don't play as often as I used to, because I used to do it full time, like 4 nights a week. And now I just do like gigs here and there, but it's always something where I can play my music. And that makes all the difference, is being able to play what you're passionate about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You played Elastic Static Dance, which it was like so
Yeah,
awesome.
that was so fun.
Yeah. And I think you had mentioned the same thing. You were saying that you like we're just creatively like free in that sense.
And I love the creative freedom, just being able to play what I want and see the energy from the crowd and not have to have people come up and like interrupt me and say, oh, can you play like Baby Got Back? And I'm like, oh my God, I wish I had $1 every time.
Yeah, seriously. No, it was so great. I feel like you brought a different, I don't know, like it was, each DJ that I've had at Ecstatic Dance has been so different, but it's that cool element because you can feel your personality through the music that you're playing.
Yeah.
And it's not like, you know, I'm not saying like, oh, you have to play the top 40 whatever songs, but just the music that you played was very much like, it was like, okay, this is Kayla. You can like hear Kayla in her own creative pursuit. And it was just really awesome.
Well, thank you for being so appreciative.
Yeah, if you want to do it again, girl.
I would love to. I would love to.
Okay, well, we'll have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like people requesting songs like you said, "Baby Got Back" is almost like, because I play music in a band. It's like people yelling, "Play fucking Wagon Wheel" or
Play Freebird.
You know, shit like that. That probably hits you kind of the same as it does as a band. It's like, just appreciate what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, appreciate my talent.
Like there's a difference when you're playing like a club gig where that's what they expect. They expect that type of music. So they know that they can make those types of requests. And a lot of people don't understand like the definition of a request. Like, I don't have to play that song, but if you tip me, I might be more inclined to play it.
Exactly.
That's a really good, I've never even thought of that, like tipping the DJ.
Oh, yeah.
Tip your DJs, everybody.
Yes. Tip your bartenders, tip your DJs.
And your bands.
We work hard too. And the bands.
Yeah.
Just tip
Definitely
everyone.
bands. Tip everybody.
me.
Anybody that provides you entertainment and put a smile on your face deserves a tip.
I'm gonna start feeding my
Even if you
computer
just
money.
like tell me a joke, like that works too.
Bring me some
If you're broke, like just make me smile.
Yeah.
Or a
It's-
smoothie. I like smoothies too.
It's gone. I had something. It left. You said smoothies, and I started
I
thinking
watched
about
it
food.
fly over there.
Yeah, I started thinking about food, and I'm like, "Fuck, I'm hungry."
Yeah.
So I'll try to pull it back in. There was something about money.
It's just getting farther and
Yeah,
farther
it's
away.
gone. It's gone. It's forever gone. Maybe eventually it'll come back.
It's okay. That's
Mark
okay.
that so I know where to edit that out.
No worries. Damn.
So how long were you? So you were down in Myrtle Beach for a while. You were living down there for a while. When did you decide to come back up here?
I lived there for just over 2 years solid, and I came back May of 2014.
2014.
And I left a terrible relationship that was like one of the best things I've ever done for myself, was to leave that situation. And a couple weeks after I got back, I was just stuck in a slump. Like, I just didn't know what to do with myself, and I was just feeling depressed. And one of my friends asked me if I'd be interested in going to a music festival. And it turned out to be Electric Forest. And I got gifted a ticket, and I went.
Those are not
and
cheap either.
like,
Yeah.
no, and it just, there was something about that festival, just, it felt like coming home. And I found myself, and after all of the terrible things that I went through, like, I just finally like felt comfortable and empowered in my own skin again. And like, that just kicked my ass into high gear to get back in the music and just to let go of all of the bad thing that's happened in the past and move forward with a positive attitude.
Now, the relationship, did this person like drive you away from what you were passionate about?
So he was actually a DJ as well. And he didn't like me having any time in the spotlight as well. Like, he wanted to be the center of attention. He was just very, like, the definition of a narcissist. And it was just, if you've ever been with someone like that, like, it'll take a toll on you emotionally, and it'll have you questioning who you are and like how you feel about yourself and what you think you're capable of. And like, I hated the way that I was starting to feel, and like, I knew that I wanted to play music, and I just felt like he kept trying to put me in this little box and just keep me under his wing. And like, I had no freedom, and I felt that drive inside me. Like, I have to play music. I have to play the type of music that I like. Like, I can't change myself for someone else.
Yeah.
And coming back and going to Electric Forest, like, helped me find that. And
Yeah.
I've been so happy ever since then.
And acknowledge the fact that you deserve recognition because you're working just as hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Don't ever stay with an asshole.
You. Whoever the fuck you
Wherever you are.
But I like those types of festivals. I feel like they get a bad rep a lot of the time with drugs and everything, but I think there's so much more to the atmosphere that artists, attendees, and anyone else that's going like brings.
Yeah.
It's transformational. People are coming together for the love of
Absolutely.
like being together in a lot of ways, or at least that's how I perceive it.
I
guess.
agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not surprised that you felt a transformational experience.
And like, the experience it is what you make it. Like, if you focus
Definitely.
on like just looking through the crowd and finding the people that look like they're high, like, that's gonna kill your vibe. Like, you got to focus on the music and the way that you feel and just having a good time with the people that you're around. Like, because your attitude and your thoughts, like, that controls everything. And it's so easy to get stuck in your head.
Yeah, or get lost in the drug scene at those types of things. I mean, like, I'm not going to judge anyone for what they do, but like, that shouldn't be like the sole reason you go there. I think there's too much potential for change and like inspiration and meeting really cool people.
Like, if you're gonna spend that much money on a ticket
Oh yeah.
just to go and do drugs, like, you need to reevaluate some things in your life. Like, because you can save a whole lot of money and sit at home and get high. But if you're going to spend that kind of money, like, at least try to enjoy the experience. Like, they put so much effort into everything about it, the music, the production, the decorations. Like, it creates this whole aesthetic environment that's interactive. And it's like the people, it's all about the people. And it's so beautiful. It really is.
Yeah. I think it was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, let's say a couple of years ago, me and my brother and a friend of ours all got tickets to go, and their jobs they had like requested off, but they both worked at the same spot, and they were, I don't know if there was like an inspection or something was going on, but they were, it was like mandatory they had to be there during this. So neither of those guys could go. They couldn't find anybody to buy their tickets like that I knew, and I couldn't find anybody, so I had to sell mine too. So we ended up not going, and I was so stoked for it because they showed me a video. I think it was like 2016 maybe, but they showed me a video of it, and I was just like, yeah, like, oh, here's the money. Like, it looks awesome.
I've gone
yeah.
every year since the first time I went there in 2014, and like, It's almost like going to church. Like people go to church once a week. Like I like to go to Electric Forest once a year. Like if that's the only fun vacation that I take, it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
And I'll wait all year gladly with a smile on my face, looking forward to next year.
Has it happened yet? It hasn't happened yet.
No, it's this June. It's the last weekend of June.
Okay. Hell yeah. Who's headlining? Do you know any of the artists yet?
Bass Nectar. Last year they announced him as like their resident DJ. But I mean, there's so many people playing. Like,
Yeah.
There's like probably at least 150 people on the lineup.
Have you tried to contact them about you performing there? Or do you treat it more like your vacation where you don't have to worry about that?
Well, I always take a thumb drive with music on it. And in the past, in the RV parking area where everybody parks their RVs, they'll have big ragers there. Like at the end of the night when the venue shuts down, everybody goes back to the camping areas and like everybody goes to the RVs and like DJs will bring their gear. They'll have lights, dancers, like, but it's all done by the people who attend it. And if you have your own music, like they're totally cool with letting you throw down. And I've done that a few times.
That's fucking great.
That's pretty cool. So you've not actually like been able to
Not officially on the lineup yet.
Perform it yet.
Yeah,
You will. Put West Virginia
putting that
on the
energy
map.
out there.
Yeah.
If anybody out there is
itself.
listening that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know. Well, you're playing at the Oh wait, no, not Pyro Demoto, isn't it?
It's the
is that
PLF
called?
Pyro Circus.
Okay.
In front of Gallery 5 Art Studio. In Richmond. It's this upcoming Friday. This will be the 14-year anniversary of them doing this event. It's a free event for anybody that wants to come out, and it'll be good music and food all night with fire performers. Like these people are legit. Like the people that flow with fire take flow arts to a completely different level, and it's so impressive.
Sure.
And it just creates this whole different kind of vibe. Like, I don't know, it's like dark but sexy, and I don't know, like I've spun fire a couple of times and just I really like the sound it makes when it flies by your face.
I get so like my anxiety goes crazy whenever I watch people do it. I'm like, just the fear of them just blowing up in flames. I'm like,
it's exhilarating. And like the fact that these people can do such technical tricks without catching themselves on fire is so impressive.
Yeah. That and like breathing fire, things like that. No, my ex used to do it, and she would practice in my front yard, and
It's
I was
cool.
like,
I don't
there
know.
with a hose.
Something about putting like the fuel stuff in my mouth. I don't really, not for me.
Yeah, I don't seek that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
But kudos to the people that do.
Oh yeah, like I think
Yeah, it's
awesome.
very entertaining for me to
Yeah.
watch. Keep it up.
For sure. You should check out Catharsis. Have you heard of Catharsis on the Mall?
No, what is that?
Ah!
Tell me
I don't know
more.
if this will go on the podcast, but you should totally come with me to Catharsis on the Mall. It's this really cool 3-day festival. I think it like the Party Liberation Front. Is that what they are?
Yes.
Okay. I think they kind of help with it, but the meta makers, just a bunch of like kind of counterculture groups who are really into
I like the
electronic
sound
music.
of it already.
Oh yeah, it's like Catharsis on the Mall is basically a Burning Man tribute. So like they'll have a burn, and this past November, oh my god, it was
So
the
would that be
coolest thing.
considered like a regional burn? Like
Yeah.
Transformers?
I think from what I've heard from Transformers, like what goes on at Transformers definitely doesn't go on at Catharsis on the Mall, because Catharsis is free and open to the public right on the National Mall.
Okay.
So like
So it's just like a little taste of the burn
Yeah,
culture.
it's just
I
a
got you.
taste.
I got you.
for sure. But they have like a temple that they put up. I've gone 2 years, and
Where do they do this at?
right on the National Mall, right beside the Washington Monument in
Oh.
Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
Like,
When is
here's,
it?
It's
Put it in
going to
my
be
calendar.
May 3rd, which is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Cool. I think that's like the weekend that I get done with finals. So we should definitely go and celebrate.
You should do that, girl. Yeah, it's seriously so cool, though. And they put a lot of work into not only incorporating that like not party, but like fun, free mindset, but like they incorporate social justice and like I think they did a lot of talks on like indigenous people and like a lot of educational things this past year with like how the land of Washington D.C. was used before, you know, essentially white people got there.
So you can go and get some entertainment and learn things.
Oh, for sure. The educational element to that is like crucial to their purpose of putting it on and making it public and open to everyone.
That's really cool.
And there's a bunch of freaking great music and it's just so fun. And
It'd be fun to boogie there too.
But like dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have like a ton of shuffling and like, you know, I feel like DC brings in a lot more like deep house and like just faster paced electronic music.
Like psytrance and
yeah.
drum and bass.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like here in West Virginia, it's like it's slower. The scene is very like dubstep oriented and like grungy.
Which I'm okay with, but there's a lot of other good genres out there, folks.
Yeah, there really is.
Spread those wings.
Yeah, especially in EDM and just everything under that umbrella. But it's going to be a dope weekend, and maybe it would be a cool connection for you.
I would love to go. I have some DJ friends in the DC area, so maybe we can make something happen.
That would be so cool. Hell yeah.
I've actually never played in DC. It's on my list.
No way.
Yeah, trying to make something happen this summer.
I mean, I know some people too, so we should.
That's all it takes. A little bit of networking.
Yeah. Have you had like... How have you like networked in South Carolina, like when you were there and also in West Virginia? Like, I'm so curious.
It's just word of mouth. Like when I play, somebody that knows somebody who saw me and they'd be like, yo, you're really good. Like, you're really good. And you're a girl. I'm like, well, that shouldn't matter, but thanks.
Yeah.
But I'll take it.
Have you found it easier to find work because you're a female and not just another dude doing it?
Hell no.
No.
That's a hard no. I wish, but I mean, it's not that bad. Like, there's a lot of female artists out there that I've seen get booked because they push their sexuality. I mean, there's a one girl that she DJs completely topless. She's like a Playboy, whatever. And like, she's not that good of a DJ. I've seen the videos, but like all the videos, it's just a bunch of creepy dudes standing right in front of the booth, just staring at her chest. Yeah. Like, that's so gross to me. That's so gross to me. It is degrading. And like, I don't support that as a woman. Like, don't sell yourself because of your body. Sell yourself because you have skill.
Exactly, yeah.
And like, that's been my main thing. Like, I'm not the type of I'm not the type of person to go and like kiss someone's ass or like post risque photos. Like, I want to be booked because I'm just as good as the next guy, if not better. And you put me on with him, like, I'll show you what's up.
Yeah, fucking duel it out. Yeah.
And it's been hard. Like, there's I've gotten a lot of kickbacks from dudes, especially around here. Just like, I don't know. Guys don't like to be shown up by a woman.
Yeah.
I'm sure on the other side of that, you've probably, being a female, have had issues probably with promoters or people who are booking that are, you know, using that to kind of like get close to you.
Yeah, I almost sued a club owner a few years ago up in Pittsburgh. He was my manager, and it was a great gig. I was getting paid very well. I enjoyed the work environment. I got to play music that I liked. But this guy, like, used his position of power to push himself on me, and it was very uncomfortable. Like, it was to the point where I had to start bringing a friend to stand on the entrance of the booth just so he wouldn't come up in there and, like, because he'd, like, try to put his hands on me and stuff.
Gosh.
And he's married. I'm like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, go take care of your wife. Like, this is not okay. And it put me in a really awkward position because that was my main source of income at the time, and I felt that I had to deal with it so that I could pay my bills. And I had more than enough evidence to take this guy to court. I even talked to an attorney, and he said, this is a hole in one. And when it came down to it, I chickened out because I was just afraid, like what would happen after that? Like, would I still be able to get booked, like, based off of all the other people that this guy knows? Like, so I ended up just quitting and didn't do anything about it. But in retrospect, I should have taken that asshole to court and fucking sued him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
you're
think-
thinking about the ramifications of that, like what it would do to your name.
Right. There's a whole list of worries that goes along with that.
Yeah. And like your sense of safety, I don't know. I mean, I know, and sometimes with like reporting those types of things as a female myself, it's like, okay, like, am I going to get backlash not only professionally?
Right.
But
and like I don't want to be known as that type of person. Like, you know, like I just want to be able to go to work and do my job and get paid just like everybody else. And if it was a dude that was in there working, he would not have to deal with that shit.
Not at all. No, for sure. Yeah.
But that just brings it back to the love of music. And, you know, sometimes you just got to quit one job and move on to something else.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing.
And tell those other fuckers to get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're one of those types of people, also you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So that shit irritates me. Like, I
I'm
don't even
going
like.
to invest in a stun gun just for people like you, if you're listening.
I don't even put my hands on a girl that I'm dating until she's like, okay, you can. You know, like,
Like,
that's
can you touch me already?
Yeah, could you do something? Like, okay, yeah,
Oh, that's sweet of you.
yeah.
Yeah, that is very considerate.
So
Because we have guys out there like that, like Harvey Weinsteining people.
Ugh.
yeah,
Just,
I don't know. I'm gonna go off on that topic right now, but. There it goes
where
again.
were you going?
Chick-fil-A. It keeps popping in my fucking head because it's Sunday, and we talked about it earlier.
We did talk about that earlier. Yeah.
I'm very sad.
Do you eat at Chick-fil-A, Kayla?
No, I don't.
Neither do I. I don't like chicken that much, so.
I just don't like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't do fast food. Like, if I do fast food, I'll get, like, Taco Bell.
really.
But I try not to eat a whole lot of meat or fried food. And I don't know. I've heard some
bad things
bad things
Chick-fil-A.
about Chick-fil-A that I don't agree with. So
Oh yeah, all the
I just don't
recent
go
stuff
there.
that's come out.
How they don't like gay people, and, you know, I'm sure that's not the technical whatever claim, but still.
Yeah, I've seen like the posts and stuff, but I haven't actually read into it, so I don't want to personally talk about it because I don't know exactly. You know, it's always
Yeah.
typically what I'm seeing is just people posting about it, like, oh, Chick-fil-A hates, you know, the LGBTQ community, or there's like an article, but I haven't actually read it to really see what's going on, so I don't really want to say anything about it because I don't know, and I don't want to mislead anybody that's listening.
Yeah.
But, you know, I feel like that if it is true, I feel like as a corporation, you know, you're kind of pigeonholing yourself, one, from an entire market of people, and two, especially whenever the LGBTQ community is so, you know, it's so accepted now, you know, and it's okay. And then you're going to come out and do that. It's like
And
as
just
a
push
company,
hate.
yeah.
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 Like,
As a
what
whole,
the
it's
fuck
just-
is the problem?
yeah.
Okay, they love.
their money
certain
spends the
person.
same just like anybody else's. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand why people have to be like that.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying no to love.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they're
And I'm all
doing.
about the love.
Yes.
Love everybody.
That's awesome.
We talked before we started about your experience at Ben Willie's. Mm-hmm. Was that the craziest thing that's ever happened
While I was working.
while you were working?
Yes, yeah, for sure. Just because it was so unexpected. Like, you go from a room full of 1,000 people just dancing their hearts out and having a great time, enjoying Halloween weekend, no cares in the world, to like an insane violent act occurring in front of innocent bystanders. And like it can change people. Like, I was very fortunate and I didn't get to witness like someone getting stabbed. And like, I feel so terrible for anybody that was in the room where that happened. Like, that's awful. And I just can't imagine like being so angry with someone that I could do that and like it's like on period, but like in public in front of people, like
To physically like want to harm them.
yeah.
That's so. Just to back up a little bit, the stabbing that had happened at Bent Willie's, you were actually DJing that night, and you said, you said 5 days. Took you 5 days to be able to get your equipment back.
Yeah, I had to wait 5 days before they would let me back in the building to pick up my turntables and my gear. I was able to grab my laptop, thank God. But even though it didn't happen in the room that I was playing in, like the whole building was considered a crime scene, and the police wouldn't let me pack up my stuff. They're like, "This is an active crime scene. You got to get the fuck out." And when I was like, "Well, like this is my livelihood. Can I please at least pack my stuff up and take it?" And they're like, "I'm going to arrest you for resisting if you don't leave right now." So I was just like, "Okay, Mr. Copper."
That's absolutely ridiculous. I still think it's crazy that, like, I get, like, you know, something violent happened there, but something in another room that has nothing to do with what's going on, that they would just be like, "Nope, can't have that."
Yeah.
You know? I mean, of course, I'm not a cop, so I have no idea, like, their
I don't think that it was necessarily, like, about my equipment or my DJ booth being a part of the evidence. Like, they were just trying to get everybody out of there as fast as they could, which I understand. It was just not a good situation for anybody involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember hearing about that, but it feels like it's been quite a few years now.
I think it was probably, like, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. That sounds about right, because I used to go to Bent Willie's all the time, and then I stopped going there well before that even happened, because I'm old and fragile.
That event definitely changed the whole atmosphere of that place. Like, people were afraid to come out, and that made my job a lot more difficult, because, I mean, it's one thing to be playing music for a room full of people and feeding off that energy, and you're clearly making people dance. But when you're playing in a huge room and there's only like 25 people in there, it's like makes finding that motivation to do well a little more difficult.
Yeah. Well, those are the types of things that you can kind of experiment with too, probably. You know, so there's less people to like.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't have to impress these people. Like, I'm going to play what I want.
It's like they're dancing off beat anyway. It's okay if I fuck this up. It's all right.
Exactly.
So that's like kind of opposite of me playing music in a band. Like, I would much rather play to a smaller crowd, because it's like it's almost more intimate. But it's also, you know, people are watching me perform and I know that people go. I like watching DJs, like especially from behind. Like, I love watching them do stuff. But I know, like, most people go to a club to dance. You know, they go there to dance. So the more, the better. So it's like kind of the exact opposite.
Right. And like the thing with DJ booths typically in club settings, like, they're not always the most accessible to view from the crowd. Like, it's like raised up, it's against the wall, so you can't really see what they're doing. You can see me from like chest high. So I could be back there like playing off virtual DJ playlists and not actually mixing, and no one would really know the difference. But I would.
How do you feel about people who do that, where they like pretend like they're DJing, but it's just from like a pre-recorded thing?
I think it's very shameful. I'm not about that. You're taking money away from someone that's actually passionate about what they're doing, and you're just making a mockery of it. It's a joke. Like, I recently saw a video someone shared on Facebook where this girl, bleach blonde hair, super short dress, was standing in front of DJ equipment. She wasn't actually touching it, but there was a room full of people, and then there was a guy that had another DJ set up like on the floor, and he was on his knees like mixing for her. What? And like, shame on the girl for being a fraud, but shame on that guy for like having the nerve to keep himself hidden. Like, you're the one putting in the work. You should be the one standing up there. Like, the people need to see you, like, not this fake bitch.
Was this like a professional, like somebody who does it professionally, or was it just?
No, I don't think so. I don't know who either of the people in the video were, but it was shared by a page that I follow called DJs on Blast. So they post some interesting things sometimes.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Destruction of like
That's
the
like-
perceived craft.
That's why I don't watch the Super Bowl halftime.
blasphemy.
Like whenever they have a band on, because I forget who it was. I think it was the Chili Peppers.
They're all lip syncing.
Yeah. Well, the Chili Peppers had signed the contract, and whenever the people who were in charge were like, "Oh, you're not actually playing your instruments; it's all going to be pre-recorded." They were like,
Why?
"No," and tried to get out of it. So I think it was the Chili Peppers.
But they're probably paying them so much money that they're just like, okay.
Oh no, they purposely went up and unplugged their instruments
Oh, good for them.
just to prove that they weren't actually playing.
Oh, I just gained a whole new respect for the Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I think it was either the Chili Peppers or the Foo Fighters or somebody, but
Good for them.
yeah, that's the same thing I would do, because I've always like my pinnacle. Like I would love to play the Super Bowl halftime. It'd be great.
Yeah.
But
When the Cowboys
yeah,
are
exactly,
playing at their prime.
Exactly.
How do
But-
you feel about like a nip slip?
Let them free.
I mean, yeah,
Hell yeah.
like not just because I'm a dude. Like whatever. If I can have my shirt off, you should be able to have your shirt off.
Everybody should be
Yeah,
able to
Adam
have their shirt
Levine
off.
did it. Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I mean, nobody raised hell whenever he took his shirt
You know
off.
how they did
Yeah.
like the whole Black Lives Matter movement? I want to start an all titties movement. all titties matter movement.
All titties matter.
Well, haven't they done
All
something like
titties.
that where it's
Free the nipple.
yeah, like the whole free the nipple
I
thing.
think, yeah,
I
free the
don't know, it's not
nipple.
popular enough.
Yeah. That's true. I'm just gonna start cutting holes in my shirts.
Yeah.
You
Be
should.
like, I can too.
Yeah.
You guys can all see my nipples.
Seriously, free the nip. Get your titties out of the bra. I mean, I guess if it helps you.
Like, what is so offensive about an areola?
I don't know, girl. You're telling me. I just was walking in the forest the other day on today's Sunday. It was yesterday. Like, I legit took my top off because I was like, fuck this. No one's on the trail. I don't want to be walking around. I mean, if it's hot and I
Feel the
want
breeze.
if I want to do what I want to do, I'm going to do it. And it shouldn't offend you. Like, my body shouldn't offend you.
I
We
agree
all
with
have
that.
one.
I went to a festival, this was a long time ago, and there was a girl there that was doing body painting. And I had never done anything like that before, and I wanted to give it a go and see how it felt, liberate myself for a little bit. So I let her paint my tits. And
Hell yeah.
the artwork was beautiful. Like, I felt so free. It felt so good feeling the cold breeze on my tits. Like, but the thing that made it weird was the creepy dudes.
Yeah.
Like
Isn't it
why?
always
Like, I would be
how it
walking
goes?
around enjoying myself with my friends, and like these old dudes would come up and be like, "Oh, hey, like, can we get a picture with you?" And I'm just like, "No, like, go over there and enjoy yourself. Like, why do you have to
I'm
come
not
over
a
here and
commodity,
creep on me?
fuck."
Like, I'm not here for that reason. Like,
Yeah.
don't make it weird."
Yeah.
Like, you're walking
seriously.
around topless. Like, I'm not asking you. I'm not creeping on you. Like,
Yeah. Like, if you appreciated what was on your body, like the art and stuff.
yeah, just
like,
appreciate it from over there.
yeah. It's just.
Yeah, you know he wasn't asking a picture because the art was that good.
Yeah.
You know. I think that's that might be like another aspect of the whole stigma of, you know, it's like because guys are turned on visually, you know, as well as, you know, other ways. But I think that might be one of the bigger reasons as to why it's so taboo, is because guys, you know, like,
So it's
gawk
your
and
fault.
look. Oh yeah, I mean it is, you know, like, you know, if everybody walked around like that for a long enough period of time, it would be normal, you know. But I think especially with, you know, like the porn industry and, you know, all that kind of stuff, it's like, but think of the kids. It's like, you've got a computer at home. You're
Yeah.
13-year-olds looking at that when you're not
And,
there.
like, we're taught
Yeah,
from
so-
such a young age to like feel shameful for
Yeah.
our bodies and to cover up, and like we all have the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all shaped a little differently, but like it's all the same
Yeah.
stuff. Like, you just gotta own it and feel comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, don't let anybody else make you feel inadequate. Like, own your shit.
Inadequate
You're beautiful. All
and-
titties are pretty.
I love that.
Amen.
I love that. Yeah.
Even
And just,
hairy
like,
ones.
Wrong.
Lopsided ones. I like them all.
Yeah. Or women who just don't have any, like, you're
Hey,
anyone.
itty bitty
any
titty
gender.
committee. I'm a part of that committee. We're all good.
I feel that's so hard. But yeah, I feel like any body shouldn't be shamed.
That's one cool thing about like the burn community.
Yeah.
Like you can, if you want to, you can walk around free as a bird, and like you can actually have conversations with people where they look you in the eyes and they're not just like gawking at your chest. Like you're still a person, and
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah. Actually, going back to the Catharsis on the Mall thing, the cool part about that was, you know, a couple of girls, it was so cold. Oh my God, bless these fucking girls. But it was so cold, and they like kind of were making the statement of like, you know, not wearing tops. I don't remember if they were wearing bottoms, but it was just cool. It was like, that was the environment to do it in.
That's good.
And
See,
it
like
just happened to be at the National Mall.
even if I'm fully clothed, when I see that, like that empowers me as a woman.
Yeah, yeah, it did. Even though it was so fucking cold. I mean, seriously, they probably were so cold. I was like, you get it.
Well, good for them.
Fuck
Badass bitches.
Yeah. All bodies are lovely.
So the week after this weekend, I'm playing in Georgia at this festival called Flame Festival. And it is a festival that's geared towards the flow arts, which is really cool. I've heard about them. This will be my first time attending one. And I'm really looking forward to it because I like to spin poi and I like to hoop. I'm like very mediocre at it, but it's still, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's very therapeutic, and like it's something that helps keep you in the moment, and it keeps your focus on a specific task. And if you're somebody that struggles with like anxiety, it's a great tool to help battle that. And there's been scientific studies done on people's brains while they're in a flow state, and it activates parts of your brain that you don't normally use in everyday life. And that stimulation is very, very healthy for any individual that can do that. And it is used as a form of like therapy and meditation. And a lot of people think it's weird. They're like, oh, why are you spinning these things on strings? I'm like, you just got to try it. You just got to try it.
It's just like exercising. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're like a runner or a dancer, like getting your mind to
It's just
focus.
concentrating that focus on a specific task. And not only is it good for you, it's very aesthetically pleasing for the people who watch.
Yeah.
But this festival will be cool. I think they have like 150 different classes that you can sign up for. If you're like a novice or an expert, anywhere in between, if you don't know anything about it and you just want to learn, you can take classes to like learn how to dance with the hoop or any other flow prop. And there's flow props out there that I haven't even heard of, and they're just so cool. Like people dance with like swords that are on fire, like they juggle, they do contact stuff, and they're even doing classes on like mindfulness and meditation. There's yoga classes.
I bet you any money they have ecstatic dance.
I hope
Maybe.
so. I don't know. I haven't heard about that, but I know the guy who's putting it on, so I can definitely put that out there and maybe make that happen.
It just sounds like it would fit right in.
But I mean, in essence, like the whole event's kind of that. Like, it's just like getting yourself into that flow state and going with the music and just letting your body do what it wants to, and just feeling free without worry of any judgment. But the one class that I am specifically excited for, my friend Michael is offering it, and it's to teach DJs the proper way to make a transition to like a USB DJ. Like I play on turntables, so like I always have my laptop there, and like the most popular thing now is everybody plays on CDJs, and it has a little USB thing where you just plug in your music there, and you play off of that without like any visual or anything, which is kind of convenient. You don't have to haul any gear, but like The transition is hard because if you don't do it the right way, like with Record Box, like it'll take your playlist out of order and it'll erase all of your cue points. So I'm really looking forward to learning that because that's just not something that I'm really familiar with.
That's so awesome.
And in like DJing in today's world, especially in electronic music, like you got to know how to do that.
Have you ever thought about teaching classes in Morgantown?
Like DJ classes?
Like DJ classes?
I would love to. I've taught a couple friends how to DJ before. I'm definitely open to that possibility. If there's enough people out there that are interested in learning, I would love to teach.
I know I am. So
I got you, girl.
Yes. Girls teaching girls. Fuck yeah.
That's a great idea. Like, just we can empower each other as women because I mean it is a male-dominated industry for sure.
Yeah.
So there definitely needs to be more ladies getting out there and doing the damn thing.
And like DJing and also just like understanding audio equipment in general. Like I've been taking some classes at Pop Shop for audio engineering and I'm just like, I like to know how to work this shit. I feel like I don't have to rely on the sound guy.
Yeah.
Because it's always the sound guy. And that's not a problem. Like, I'm not attacking anyone who has knowledge. I'm just saying that it's always a guy.
Yeah.
So why isn't that knowledge, like, being learned by any other gender or whatever? Like,
and according to science, women have better hearing than men. Or so
Honestly,
I'm
being a
told.
sound guy is the worst thing in the fucking world, though. I ran my own venue for 2 years, and it's like, I don't know. That's
we
why I
couldn't do
stopped.
it without
it
you.
makes you a grumpy old
Well,
man.
this stuff's easy, but I like live sound. Like you said, like it's always. I've never, I don't think I've ever played. I've played over probably about 450 live shows, and I don't think I've ever once seen a female behind the sound booth.
I've always been really interested in lights. Like
Lights?
that's one thing that I would love to learn more about, like especially projection mapping type stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
Girl,
I have some friends
yes.
out in Colorado that do that, and like the stuff they build is insane. And like, I don't know, I would love to learn more about that.
Yeah.
Because I've ran lights before, but like nothing like that. Like I've
Just
done
like
it
kind of like basic.
like off of a computer, just like queuing them up or just like, I don't know. It's really basic compared to some of the stuff that I've seen and want to do.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy that used to play at my venue. He had a full band sound, but it was just him. So if he was playing guitar, everything else was like backing tracked or whatever. It would take him about 3 hours to set up every time he played there, but he also mapped out his own light show too.
Oh, wow.
And like he had
That's
all these little
impressive.
lights on top of everything, and like there'd be a song where he's like playing guitar and he'd just take the microphone off and the guitar would kick in and he'd go and sit down at the piano and play that. And then I'd never seen him like on the drum set, and then like I think the second or third time that he came in, he actually brought his kit, and that time he played a song where he was playing the drums to everything else, and it was like the coolest fucking thing. But just like talking about like the lights, like
That sounds
the
really
show,
awesome.
yeah, and it just flowed so well with the music too, and it was kind of like a pop rock style, but it was actually really cool.
Yeah.
Like, you
Got the
know.
full audio visual kind of experience going on.
Yeah,
I played at Cluster Festival over the summer, and the stage that I played on, like, I went and made friends with the guys that was running the sound booth and the lights, and like they had an interesting setup for their light program that I had never seen before, and they had everything mapped to like it's like a APC-40 type board with like volume knobs and buttons, and like they were essentially controlling the visuals same way you would like a music mixer. And that was really cool. They let me play with it for a while. I definitely would like to learn more about that.
like so did they do like all of the lights on the fly, like live?
Yeah.
like that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
That'd be stressful.
And you could like instead of like a music mixer, you bring your fader up and that's your volume, and like that would bring up like the intensity of the image, or you could like mix it with other ones and layer things. It was so cool.
That's pretty cool.
I was geeking the fuck out.
That would be awesome.
That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna just say that I had to leave soon, so
Okay, we can wrap it up. That's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't want to like finish sooner, but I
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, I don't know how long we it was. I mean, I think we got at least an hour and a half worth of stuff almost.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
no,
an hour and a half. Cool.
Or no, it's 5. So we got about an hour worth
Okay.
of stuff. Yeah.
That's good.
So, is there anything that you wanted to talk about before we wrap it up?
Talked about like my upcoming stuff and if
Where
there's-
can people find you online? Maybe?
Oh, okay. You can find me on SoundCloud, Instagram, and Facebook if you just look up DJ Kitana. That's Kitana, like the ninja from Mortal Kombat.
It's awesome.
She beats ass.
Yes, she wins.
And
Yes.
we'll link everything in the description too, so they can just click on it and it'll take them right there.
Right on.
So,
That's awesome.
And if there's any other ladies out there that are interested in getting into the music business, hit me up. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to talk with you or teach you or share whatever knowledge that I have.
Awesome. Yeah.
Guys, too. Can't be sexist.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Kayla.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun.
yeah.
Hell yeah.